Do you know how sacred you are? How beautiful you are? This is something that I feel like has been manipulated by the masses to, in some sort of way, fool us into not knowing ourselves for real. But, like, you know, that's me projecting also, and maybe projecting blame on them for my own desires and natures that I was attracted to even act out and stuff like that. But giving myself some grace here, my feelings on the community, the external community, the government community, or them, they're really like a bunch of people stuck in their feelings, constantly projecting their insecurities onto others. Got me fucked up. The joke's on you. How you spent years of doing witchcraft on the collective, but yet here we are remembering ourselves and where we came from and what's really going on. Joke's on you, boo boo. Okay. Hopefully, you know, you apply some shadow work and start working with the real great spirit and work through that and evaporate that habit and pattern and mentality in some way, shape, or form. How I spent most of my life indoctrinated, right? But I'm here right now. But I'm here right now, aware of myself, aware of where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually speaking. So I feel like that had to be said because just analyzing like what I know about colonization, brainwashing, manipulation, witchcraft, all those things. All that shit at the end of the day doesn't hold any weight. It's really, a cycle. It's a cycle and it's always happening. So, like, that cycle might have worked before, but it also only worked for that specific organization and not for the collective. So, you know, I think there becomes a shift here where that is no longer valid. And what is valid, what we're waking up to, is that way of being creates traumatic experiences. Yeah, no good. So, how do we collectively work together? How do we do that? Really, I just want to keep it simple. Shadow work is needed every day. Fuck that. Every day is a chance for you to work on yourself. Actually, do the work inside yourself. We are freaking here. We are here. Isn't this proof enough that we deserve to exist here? We all a piece of the pie. Okay? Let's use this intuition when it comes to receiving so much of an abundance of air, that can cloud the vision, the starting point. So the best thing to do is be grounded in your original starting point, right? And this is what I'm talking about. Like, if we forgot here, our original starting point, man, we're here. We are here in this realm, okay? We are not of this body. We are using this body, using it, right? So let us remember our connection, okay? Our original starting point, that we are from the spirit realm, okay? A spirit using the mental body that connects to the physical body, okay? So, that's very important. And once you're out there growing your community with externally with others, to maintain your original starting point, because it can be oh so easy to be enlightened and see many visions. But what's your vision, your spark, your peace, your original starting point? You're from the spirit realm, my friend. Okay? So let's get that straight. We here, right here, living out our garden and already knowing the system that is already pumping within, So that is a message for me, or anybody that wants to receive it. I was just at a live with the Depth of Divine Feminine ladies, and I didn't know how to answer this question really. But now, taking time to reflect on that, how do we move forward without getting lost in our feelings? Is, you know, being honest about our actions and what people have done. For me, for example, when I reflect on myself and the actions that I've done, I'm able to obtain information and filter through what works and what doesn't, because it starts within and then we can work outwardly. So, maintaining our own temperament within our own mental community inside, you know, um, while we project that outwardly, while we work with others and see how we can get to the root of the issue and pull it out so that we can move forward in some way. And yeah, don't forget about your fucking power. Transmute all motherfucking energy, okay? Transmute it. Because at the end of the day, here we are, acknowledging ourselves, And what we see around us in our environment is what we created as a collective. So if anybody got to do shadow work, it's everybody as a collective. I think that's important to stay rooted in our connection within ourselves. Even if the external realm has not showed us or has confused us on what something should look like. I think it's important about our own point of view here, our own spark of our inner warrior, where we are really doing the work inside, you know, because that can help us release a lot of shit and remember how to create a new environment that we can thrive in. We already did this. Okay. Remember, guys, newness is really the old connection to who you really are. Now that we have stretched our boundary, of course, when you expand, you meet the resistance of something. And that's okay. You keep flowing through what your community is flowing in, that you create for yourself. Let us stretch our boundary today. With all this air that's moving through, why not remind ourselves that we create the will to go for our passions and what we pay attention to? That we walk with the many that is in us. Remembering we do not walk alone as we use and be used, give and receive. Let us expand this awareness and stretch our boundary.